Hello everyone, Attorney Andrea Canona here. Today is a very important day in immigration, June 18th, 2024. It's actually the 12th anniversary of DACA. But today, President Biden created a program that definitely will have a huge impact on the lives of many immigrants, maybe even you and your family members and your loved ones. So let's explain it because it can be confusing. What happened today is very important because it's going to allow many families who are U.S. citizens married to a non-U.S. citizen who enter through the border to obtain a green card. So, at the end of the day, this is what we're going for, and I'm going to explain the process and why this is very relevant. The president has the power to parole people in the country. That means that he can let people in the country for whatever reasons he deems important at certain times, even though they don't have a visa. This is a program that has existed in the laws for years, over 50 years, and it's been always used by different administrations in different ways. So the parole in place program, which means that the person has been already here and they can apply for this authorization to enter, even though they're already here, that's why it's called in place, has existed for many years and has been applied for military members in particular. So people who are married to military members or their parents are military members or their kids, they can apply for that program and obtain a parole. Why is this relevant? When you are in the US and you're married to a US citizen and you want to adjust your status, that means obtain a green card, being married by itself doesn't help you because one of the requirements for an adjustment of status is that you must have been admitted with a visa or paroled. So if the person just came through the border and they don't have either, doesn't matter if they are married to a US citizen, they cannot get a green card. They have to go through a very lengthy process to obtain a waiver, travel abroad, process the green card from abroad through an immigration interview at the consulate, and then come back. It's doable, it's just very lengthy, very complicated. So what the president did by expanding the Parole in Place program, he's going to allow certain people, and let's write down the criteria, so pay attention. You must have been in the U.S. for at least 10 years. The deadline is actually was yesterday, June 17th, 2024. So you have to have arrived in the U.S. at least on or before June 17th, 2014. You must have been married to a U.S. citizen, and the deadline was also yesterday. So if you got married yesterday, congratulations, and look what a gift you just got from the president. So this is a deadline yesterday. You must not have crimes or a removal order or other certain things that would disqualify you. So what is important here is that if you are in that situation, you're going to be able to apply for that program and obtain your parole and then adjust status, skipping all the lengthy waiver process and just obtain your green card. This is fantastic news. And probably during this process, you're going to be able to even obtain your work permit while you apply for your green card. So guys, if you qualify, this is the time to start gathering all your evidence of residency for the past 10 years, start gathering documents, IRS documents, whatever you have. And, we're going to be paying attention because the government is going to issue a form, a process to implement this, just like they did with DACA. So in the meantime, what do you need to do? Gather documents. You can reach out to our office. We're going to start collecting names and get ready because this is going to be a huge blessing. Also, on the fact sheet that was issued, there was a small consideration for certain DACA recipients that probably the ones that have entered in the DACA program before they were 18, which means that they freeze their age regarding unlawful presence. So that means they don't accrue unlawful presence. So if they go to college, obtain a degree, and then they have a job offer in the field where their degree is applicable, they're going to be able to obtain, and that's not new, that's already happened. So if you're a DACA, you obtain your DACA before you're 18 and you have a job offer, you can obtain a green card or a visa, whatever, through the consulate abroad. You cannot do it here because you don't have status. Remember, DACA is not status, it's not law. Congress didn't create it, it was the president. But you can go abroad because you don't have unlawful presence. What the president says very broadly, we don't know details, that he's going to do here is allow for a more streamlined process or a faster process, a preferred process for DACA recipients under certain categories. If you graduated from a college with a specialized degree and then you're working in that field or have a job offer in that field, you might have a kind of a privileged way of obtaining your visa abroad. And they said that they're going to update the Department of State's guidelines, which is the consulate guidelines on that. We're keeping an eye on that too. But great news today for immigration. Pay attention to what's coming. We're here to help you guys navigate this new process.